Alright, so I'm back dealing with the big ugly beast with the 3-inch body lift. Everything seems to be pretty much lining up alright. We had got a lift for a 03 to 05. This is an 02. And what I had to do was, I don't know if you can see that bracket right there. This piece here stuck out, that much farther. Those are actually the brackets. So that's the bracket piece, but the bumper tab wouldn't sit in right. So cut it off, get the bumper tab on. This guy actually doesn't run a lower valance, so until he wants to put a lower valance on, that's just going to stay there. The other big issue was the lower part of the fan shroud. The directions don't really show you much on how everything works. They just show you a picture like this. Oh, what the fuck do you do? Okay, so these, I don't know if you can see them or not, but that's one piece that runs to here. So it gives you a 3-piece setup. And what you do is you bolt it to where these old tabs were, up in here, right at the lower part of the radiator support. So basically right there on that side. So there's a bolt there, and one here and one over there and one over there. You bolt all those in, and then you mark 3 holes in the fan shroud to where you can actually bolt the fan shroud to the new brackets, 1, 2, and 3, and you take this new wire loom, clamps, and clamp them straight to it. So it's all, this is the bracket, that's the fan shroud, that's the lower radiator support. So that's part of the support, new bracket, fan shroud. It comes up, there's actually fan shroud there. So fan shroud, and then you put 3 holes in it to put new brackets on, or bolts in. And it's actually in there, pretty solid. Don't really mess up much. That piece there is pretty cut and dry. You just put it in, or you pop the old shaft off, leave it there, you put the extension in, put it back on. What you always want to do is mark, as you can tell, there's a mark right there. Mark it on both ends before you pull the shaft off to where you can line it up, correct when it's coming back together. The other piece is right here. So this piece here, the brake line runs, e-brake cable runs through that hole, and they give you this new bracket to be able to extend it up here because it won't reach through that one anymore. And yes, it is crooked because when you line it up, if you did it straight up and down, so if I went straight up from there, I would be right through the center of the mount. So you basically want to run it cockeyed just a little bit to where you can actually run the cable. So now the cable's ran, it's all in, nice and tight, no issues. Yeah, so the front end is done. Bumper looks all nice and lined up, hiding everything. And the top is pretty cut and dry. So you use one hole from here with the top, one original fan shroud, down there, same thing on this side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. So that's how the front kind of pops out. And I did the same thing on the passenger side here. as I did, or on the driver's side, as I did on the passenger. Just cut the tab to where it'll actually, boop, be able to cut down.